Hey Simlies, it's Deligracy here with part 2 of building my new LP house, which are townhouses joined together in the middle, because in my LP, my two families are living together now. So we needed to build two separate houses, but they're also joined in the middle. So these are the two houses. We already did the build in the first part, which I'll link in the description down below. So in this part, we're just going to be finishing one of the houses. The reason for that is because the townhouse on the right, which we're about to work in briefly on right now, that house is going to be carrying over the furniture that I already have in the current house in my LP, so I don't need to refurnish it with new furniture, or I don't want to. But anyway, I'm going to still put in the basics, so the kitchen things that we need, and also the toilet and the showers, as if realistically in real life what you would get if you were to buy a house, I guess. So I like doing that, making the houses have those basic needs. And I'm interested to see in The Sims 4 if you buy a house unfurnished, if they'll still actually have toilets and stuff in there, because I've been wanting that in The Sims 4. I wish that when you buy houses in The Sims 4, unfurnished meant that you still had kitchen counters and a sink, and you also had the bathrooms in there as well. So anyway, this is Trinity and Cody's house. It's a much lighter house indoors, and it's got some nice light floorboards, nice grey walls, very light, very fresh looking, which I think suits their personality. Trinity's current bedroom is very feminine. A lot of her furniture is very feminine, lots of decorative flourishes, French noir kind of furniture in pastel colours. So we're probably going to just tone it down a little bit by having just the blues and the exposed brick in the house. So when we do put the furniture in there, it'll blend in quite nicely and not be too over the top. Because we wanna think of Cody as well, not just Trinity. For this second townhouse for the boys and their girl Liberty, we're going with darker floorboards. I love these green lights that we were originally going to use, but in the end I used just these kind of black and white drop-down lights. Just figuring out, that's not the actual bed they get in the end, I don't think, but just figuring out the orientation of the bedroom and what tiles I want on those walls. This is quite different to the other house. The other townhouse for Cody and Trinity, they have a very big kitchen, and they pretty much use up an entire room for a kitchen, whereas in this townhouse, the kitchen room is actually going to be a dining room as well. So then the other space in the house can actually be used for other activities. The reason why I did that is because Cody is hoping to be a chef, so I wanted him to have a very big kitchen. And I like how when you walk in the front door, on your right, there's counters there, so you could, pass things over that kitchen bench on your way out of the house or whatever. I think that works out quite nicely. Not putting in a fridge just yet, but that is where the fridge will go when they do move in. And I kind of like the idea of having a stove on the middle island, except because the stove has a backing on it, it rose up from the counter surface, so I thought that didn't look too good. Loving the colours or the swatches for these cupboards. I was really stoked when I realised there was a light wood and blue selection of colours there. That was actually really good, because it's definitely difficult with The Sims 4 not being able to have a wide variety of colours to work with. Hopefully they'll add to that a bit more. And now moving on to the other room, which is going to be the dining area. So the idea is the dining table will sit against that sectional wall, and there's a little bathroom here, so we're just going to put in some basic things. I love this little wooden sink. I think that is such a cute design. Really, really cute. That's the kind of thing I would have in my own house, definitely. And I did spend a little bit more on a wooden toilet, because if you guys heard me in my last, was it Speedbuild or last LP part? I can't remember. I was going on about how much I love wooden toilet seats at the moment. I have no idea why though. It's kind of weird. This is the bedroom that is going to be for little Carter, who's now a child. He's got dinosaurs on his walls, and there's a bit of a green theme going on in there, which I think is quite cute. Right now it is paused because I was watching Sex and the City and had to change episodes. Very important. My latest thing to do at the moment whilst building is watch Sex and the City. That's what I do. Usually I listen to music, but I'm really into Sex and the City again. So I'm starting all the way from season 1, and I'm already up to season 3. So that's good. I was going to try out having a purpley aubergine wall. That's aubergine, right? Aubergine. I think it is. Except it ends up being quite dark. So I think we put a lighter greeny wall in there. Just a bit lighter because it was very, very dark indeed. Putting in the stove, the fridge, the sink, and copying over those exposed brick walls again as well. Making use of a lot of those. This kitchen has a much more industrial feel about it. And we're just going to pop the dining room table against the wall there. So it's not going to have chairs on both sides, but there's going to be plenty of room to eat with the bar stools as well there. So yeah, I haven't really put a table against the wall in The Sims 4 yet, so that is definitely new. And I was struggling a bit to find a painting that I thought would suffice in this dining room. I do struggle a little bit here, but I think in the end we go for a few different frames. And oh, I had this idea of using lights, but in the end there was just way too many lights everywhere. So we get rid of those. We don't like them. But yeah, quite a lot of time is spent on this part, getting this dining area looking presentable, I guess. And trying out different frames, trying out big green frames. I'm not a huge fan of these frames that are wider at the top and narrower at the bottom. I wish that they didn't do that. I just don't like them at all. So, but that's just me personally. I'm sure a lot of people do like them. But that's why I deleted them in the end, because I was like, no, I don't like this. This green wall I think is going to be lightened again, and we use these fun chairs, such fun swivel chairs. How awesome would it be to have swivel chairs at your dining table? My friend Cryptic Zeus, who you may also know from YouTube, he's been doing some Sims 4 recently. His dining table has spinny wheelie chairs, which is so cool. And I'm like, and they're rainbow colors. I was like, that is so awesome. And yeah, just rotating around, thinking of what to do next. I'm pretty sure we do change that green wall once we add in some other colors. It's looking a little bit Christmassy now, potentially. Oh, not really, actually. Reflecting on it, no, I don't think it's too Christmassy. I think because the green is more muted in the other room, it kind of works, and it's broken up by the brick pattern. So I think it's okay. Try out some different colors here as well. It's like I could go blue and green feature walls, but in the end we put this lighter green in the kitchen to just soften it a bit. It was looking a little bit harsh. I thought really easy. If you want to download this from the gallery, you can change it up however you like. And also, Little Liberty is a whiz child, their daughter, who's going to be living here. So I thought it was very important to have a chess table in their house. Very, very important indeed. So we actually end up putting the chess table where the desk is right now. It works out a little bit better there, because I figured if you're working at your desk, you don't really want to be staring at a brick wall. I don't know. It's just not the most motivating scenery that you could be looking at. So we actually move that around so you can see out the window while you're working at your desk, which is nice. I love those little silver lights, by the way, that I just put above the painting. They're really cute. I quite like them. I quite like them a lot. And yeah, what's going on here? Oh, more feature walls. And in this corner under the stairs, it's like, we really need something there. So we end up putting in the cabinets that are full length. I love that in The Sims 4 they put full length cabinets in. You can access them from the cabinets section, kitchen cabinets. If you open up the swatches, there's an extra little cogwheel icon. If you click on that, you can get a whole heap of different icons. Oh my gosh, I'm literally not speaking English today. You get an icon, you click on it, and then there's going to be a lot more cabinets that you can use. Oh, gee whiz, that was an effort. I love this blackboard, sticking that in there, and that's leaning against the brick wall while the other paintings are sitting above it. So it's a nice grid orientation there, I thought. It's kind of cool. Thought about putting a mirror at the front door, because, you know, you might want to check yourself before you leave the house. I definitely would like to have... There are actually 2 things in my future house I would like to have. I'd like to have a mirror at the front door, full length, so I can see what I look like before I go out. And secondly, I want a really, really funky welcome mat. Like, you know, the mat that sits at the door that says welcome. I want it to say, like, something really fun. I don't know what yet, but that is necessary for me. Loving the coat hanger as well. There on the left above the, I guess, end table that's against the wall there. Figuring out the carpets. I do love this geometric pattern on the carpet. It's fun, and it kind of plays off the red carpet on the other side of the wall. They're both strong geometric patterns, so I quite like that. Or strong geometric shapes, rather. This little bathroom is covered in tiles, which is different to the other townhouse. And the big bathtub wouldn't fit in there because it actually needs to have more than four floor tiles from it, which is actually quite different to The Sims 3. In The Sims 3, you only needed 2 floor tiles spacing, but in The Sims 4, apparently you need 4. Interesting difference. Trying to figure out what color mirror to put there. Couldn't decide that for a while, actually. Kind of had a little bit of a struggle. But I'm excited to play in this house. I'm excited for the Let's Play to change scenery, and there's much more room for the families to grow, and I want lots of babies, lots and lots of babies. So we might have to extend over the center partition of the house on both sides to make another kid's bedroom, perhaps. Not sure yet. But yeah, this is Little Liberty's room. We're going with a very bright fuchsia purple color here. Very overpowering, but I think very fun for a young girl. If there was a room like this in real life where the table there matched the wall color, that would be really cool. I would think that would look very powerful. And I like how on this table you can put the tissues on the shelf underneath. It's a nice eye to detail that the Sims 4 team have thought of there. That's really lovely. And we're using a spotted wallpaper here just to break up that purple a bit because it is very overpowering, like I just said. Putting in a desk here. She's not looking out a window, unfortunately, but, you know, kids probably don't have to be studying at their desk too much. Oh, at least I hope not. I remember when I was in primary school, I don't know what you guys call it, probably grade school in the US. When I was in primary school, I got like no homework. It was the best. And then you get to high school and then you get heaps of homework. And then you get to university and it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much work to do. All in good fun though. The difference is when you go to uni, the good thing is between high school and uni is that you're actually studying what you want to be. So that extra effort is usually something you enjoy. So, because I was studying graphic design, I actually enjoyed all of the extra work because it was something I was interested in. Loving this giraffe. Very cool giraffe. I love the giraffe. Into the giraffe, rate it very highly. And then putting in the ensuite bathroom here. Making use of the all-in-one sink type of thing instead of putting counters in. I figured it would be cheaper that way. The budget is pretty high. I think the other house is worth 93,000 simoleons we're currently in, and this house is going to go up to 96,000 simoleons. And that is with one of the townhouses unfurnished. So hopefully Trinity and Cody can just carry their current furniture over and we won't need to save up too much more. Although I might use a sneaky cheat to up their careers just a little bit. I know too many people don't like this, but I have always played The Sims using cheats to, I don't know, I guess progress my gameplay. I like making storylines of Sims that are wealthy or Sims that I don't know, in a realistic way they might inherit money or something like that. I always just kind of pretend that in my game and add it to it so they can live in fancier houses. So we might do a little sneaky cheat to get them in here, I'm not sure. And putting in, I don't mind this master bedroom. It's a bit different to usual, having the green and the brown. It's slight, I think I like it. I do like it, but I think if there were more Duna cover designs available, I would have done something else. But the bedspreads, there's just barely anything to choose from at this stage. So I just was kind of working with what I had. I do like this strip of color on the other wall, though, to tie in the wall next to the door when you walk in. I think that works out quite well. Loving the vintage dresser as well. It's a bit rustic looking. I think that's quite cool. Doing the outdoor balcony area for the boys. They've got some nice chairs out there to sit on and a telescope, which I think will be handy for Liberty because she is a whiz kid, so she needs to up that skill. And then in this upstairs part, I was like, what should I put here? And I was thinking workout gear, but that ended up being really, really expensive. So for this area, we're going to just put a little stereo there, I think. Or do we leave it completely blank? Yeah, we leave it completely blank. Just because we're saving money and we'll work on that later. But anyway, here's the townhouses. There's the exterior. This is the boys' house in Little Liberty. Pretty cool house. I like how it's turned out. And there's a lot of brightness in the house as well to liven it up for Liberty too, which is fun. Desk area. The kitchen needs more objects in it. Once they have a bit more money, I'll put more decor in there. Master bedroom. And of course, Little Liberty's room as well. Very girly, very fun. Like that. The backyard. And then I'm going to show you Cody and Trinity's house. It's not furnished yet because they'll carry over their furniture, but you can see the empty house before the furniture goes in. So big, generous kitchen there for Cody to get cooking in. So you can probably, hopefully get a promotion soon. I also like the roof line in that shot. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll speak to you soon.